Guys, this is DbdKmp, and the best new in the house of Let's Plays. And welcome back to DbdKmp Plays The Legend of Zelda. And this will be episode 8, as soon as we get the gameplay rolling. But until then, I will meet you there. I don't know if we have the game selected, but I will see you off screen. Anyway, see you then. Okay, so I'm going to do 2 games today. I was going to do them yesterday, but I wasn't feeling up to it. I finally managed to do, by yesterday I mean the 30th of last month, but I finally managed to do 2 episodes of Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. So today, I don't know, I'm going to do it as of the 1st of December. So, the 30th of last month being November, now it's December. So, welcome to December, the Christmas month. And that's not what we're going to title this. I'm not even sure what I'm going to title it until I get done. So anyway, like I said the last time when we were here, we're going to start from the mountain cave. And the reason being, well, first of all, let's do something with our hearts. Let's do something with our hearts and turn on the music. Yeah, so okay, so what we're going to do in this episode is we're going to go up. So, in order for me to do that, I'm going to have to concentrate, which means I'm going to have to do this by covering up the map. Yeah, the map. That really makes a lot of sense. Come on, DbD. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is I'm going to have to cover up the mic. Anyway, I will talk to you, I don't know why I say see, because that's a crazy thing. What I mean is, I will talk to you on mic when I get to a clear point where I'm not having to fight enemies. So that's what I gotta do here in order to concentrate, which means I gotta have my hand on, oh, I could edit it out, but, you know. And I do edit it out quite a bit on its own, but anyway. Also, I found some Zelda games before I continue on. Not games, but videos I don't remember ever doing. I thought I had done a few, but I didn't realize I had gotten somewhat far in the game when I had been playing. This is before I had my own channel here, where I become an official icon, and I have my own deal. I don't think it's very far enough to say that I've completed the game, but far enough. It's like, man, damn, that's too far, even further than this. So, yeah, it is, I guess you could say, somewhat semi-blind and somewhat fresh, then. I don't know. Because, I mean, I do look up things and find out things. Anyway, I gotta go. Enough with my rambling on. She's only good for one that's long distance. But anyway, there's also some other things I didn't know about. But anyway. Well, actually, I knew about them, but I didn't know about the other things. But anyway. This cave leads to the path back to Croaky Village. I guess we'll say that when And we're coming back through here, because we're going to need to go that way anyway. I wonder what's in here. I guess we'll save that for when we come back. Okay. I guess I wonder what's supposed to be a new enemy here, but I don't know. Uh-oh. We're a bunny. Oh, no. Oh, who are you, Mr. Bunny? This world is like the real world, but evil has twisted it. Bullshit. The golden power is what changed your shape to reflect what is in your heart and mind. In my heart, in my heart and mind, it's not a bunny. But anyway. I mean, I do think they're kind of cute, but that's beside the point. That's right. I am always changing my mind, so I turned into a ball. But if you have a ball called the Moon Pearl, you can keep your original shape here. We'll see about that, because I don't know what you're talking about. But it does include something. What do you want? You have something to say to me, silly rabbit. I came here to get the power of gold, but now I'm a freak, and I can't go back to the real world! Exclamation point. If only I had the Moon Pearl from the Tower of Hair, I could go back to my original shape. Exclamation point. I've got good reason to be stressed out, so back off. Shoo-shoo. Oh, yeah. Blah, blah, blah. We'll be right back after these messages. So at this point, I started to talk before I pick up the mic, but anyway, just so you know. That's why I kind of start over there. Anyway, you want to have this out. Magic mirror. And there's a very good reason. That would not be the reason. Oh, crap. You found a piece of heart! Explanation point. Okay. Now, at this point, we can do some optional things that we can check. We'll be checking out anyway, but we'll need a certain item for. But we'll do this for now. There's some enemies I believe we've already seen, but you can't kill them. There is actually a way, but it's basically glitching and cheating the game. So, but we're not gonna do that. Because for one thing, I don't know how, and even if I did, I don't know if it'll break the game. Now, by optional, I mean this. Now, as usual, per usual, without the book, but of course, if you didn't have the book, you wouldn't have been able to get the glove, which would lead you up to here. Now, this is what you're going to get here. Hold up the master sword, and you will get the magic of ether. I guess it's a clue to something we don't have. Yeah, we'll just have to see about that. Alright. I'll see you in a little bit. They have shown up. Those guys. They ran away. Where'd he go? Now, if you're worried about the magic teleporter, don't, because we can find magic teleporters to get warp into. There they are. Oh, Jesus. Uh-oh. Alright, I'll meet you back up at top. Now, if you see in the Dark World something like this, you're going to want to stand on it, because otherwise you'll get what you saw there when I kind of glitched, where I had to warp back into the Dark World. And in order for me to get to the proper place. Because there are certain places you just got to know. Some of them you won't know until you find out. Anyway, see you momentarily. Now, there is a different kind of thing I've heard if you exchange this, but we don't really need it. Of course, in the randomizer, I've heard as well you can have both. I don't know what you would need them for, but it's good to have both, I guess. You know, I don't know I don't think you can have both of these bow and arrows, which is kind of odd, you know. And there's also another item which I'll go over that's later, but it has an option of that in the randomizer, and I would love to get the randomizer, but unfortunately I'd have to do it on PC. So I don't know. Alright, anyway, we're here where we need to be. This is where it's got to be. So, well, not permanently, but we'll be coming back later anyway. Not to spoil anything, but yeah. Yeah, that's a new enemy right there that we can kill. There's another one like him that's blue that we were supposed to encounter. But anyway, see you momentarily. Okay, and the reason I keep pausing the game, even though it's like bringing it down the menu, anyway, is because I don't want to be attacked by those hard-shelled things while I'm trying to talk. So, you know. Although I don't have to worry about it as much over in that one area. Until I get past a certain area. But anyway, I need a certain item to even get over there. And we'll go over that when we get there. In the meantime, let's get into our destination. This is it right here. Although we'll be coming back here later. Because, I mean, we could easily go ahead and get this place. You can, which is completely optional. You can actually do them in a certain order. But you always have to get, unfortunately, as far as I know, the first pendant in order to even get to these two. Because after that, you can either choose to do this one or the second one. But actually, no, I take that back. You have to kind of do the second one in order to do the third one. But you don't have to complete them. You can actually go ahead and complete this one first before you complete the third one. What am I talking about? What I mean to say is, let me back up the truck here, so to speak. After you have received the glove, you don't have to complete pendant number 2. You can actually come up here and just go ahead and do this. It's going to be a little bit difficult, but we need certain other items. But we'll go more over that later. Right now, we're here to collect an item. Even though we will be having to get all the dungeon items. Well, we don't have to. But there is one item that we do particularly need. And that's the big master key. Not to spoil anything, but yeah. If you can tell by now, that's a certain pattern in these games. Especially to get, not only to get to the pendant, but you also gotta have it to get the treasure. In most cases, you don't need the treasure to beat the boss. Unlike in some of them. Now, in the first one, you need the bow and arrow. You're gonna, well, actually, the first one you really don't, but it's actually more for another thing coming up later. Anyway, you don't have to have it to do it. Actually, no, I take that back. You do have to have the bow and arrow because of certain enemies, now that I think about it. I'm sorry, I apologize. What can I say? It's been a long time since I played Zelda. But anyway, when you go through there are actual enemies that you're going to need it for, like the red dudes with the eyeballs on them. You don't need them for the ones with the blue ones. You can take them out with your sword. It won't be easy, but it's easier to just kind of get up closer to them. Like I showed you with the bottle, as I call it, or rather a pot. I actually call pots, technically. For some reason or another, most of the time they refer to it as bottles, and it's not really a bottle. I don't know why. Maybe because they kind of represent bottles. Anyway. So what we're going to do here, we're going to do that. Reason being, is we need to go down here. And it helps out. And those guys right there will throw bones at you. Those penguins. And they're new too. This guy right here won't. However, though, they will still as much damage you, even when they walk into you. That includes those pink ones. But they'll throw bones at you. Bones can damage you even worse depending on how good you are at dodging and stuff, but you'll still get damaged. That's good because we need the rupees to buy something else. And if you're worried about getting to certain things, watch this. And although the red boomerang actually does a little bit more better with stuff, but unfortunately, well, DbdKmp, it is I, Sazaharala, the Elder. I have some advice. In the dungeons, you can gaze into the magic mirror to return to the entrance at any time. Do not forget this. That's a clue. The problem with that clue, though, is that in order to get the magic mirror, you had to have gotten a glove, which is good. And you don't have to do it as early as I did. You can just wait until you've gotten through the second pendant. But you don't have to do the second pendant. Anyway, as per normal, we're going to go ahead and kill off these guys. Getting stuck there, I don't know why. I got getting stuck there, I got getting stuck there, I don't know why. But those are new enemies as well. They're called, I think, fire traps. I'm not sure. I don't really know. I don't keep a track of logs of what they're called. You know, I don't even think it's at the end of the game, but you can look them up. I believe they have a book on this. There's even a guidebook for this. But, you know, anyway. Let's see what we got here. You got the map! Exclamation point. You can use it to see the current position and the rest of the blah blah blah. We already know that. So yeah, basically without the map, you can, you know, you don't really need to know, but, you know, you can, you know, you don't need it, but it just shows you about where I like rooms, you know. So what we want to do here is, I'm going to go ahead and cover up the mic because I got to fight, I got to come up with it. They're not very easy to dodge, so, you know, it's not going to be easy. I'll show you why. Now, if you want to know why I wasn't talking there, because it was not easy for me to concentrate and do that. And, of course, it's going to minimize itself for some stupid reason. If you can't tell as well, these are hints to something. Although you'll still encounter these enemies later, but they're a hint. Yeah, the red rubies are pretty good, so are the blue ones. And the green ones kind of help out, but it's more beneficial to get blue or red. Red ones are rare. Anyway, in the utmost case, you want to take out all the enemies in this room, because otherwise you won't be able to survive. So, okay, there, we did that for a reason. I don't know why it was doing that. That wasn't me. See that? Oh. come on. What the fuck is going on with the remote? Okay, see, it's good to get rid of those guys because that can be a pain in the butt too. Now, don't get those pots just yet. I'll show you why. Because they have something in them that we're going to need. Not necessarily for this dungeon, but, you know. And you got the big key. There's the exclamation point. This is the master key of the dungeon. It can open many locks and small keys. By the way, I forgot that the master key was here, but I knew, specifically, I knew it was in the dungeon. I just didn't remember exactly where. Anyway, damn the... And that's the reason why, because you don't want to waste it. So let's get this out of things that will get us in trouble here. So, by the way, you might want to pay attention to these things for later on. So, these things right here, because they're a nuisance as well. They're another also a clue to something else, but we'll go over that later when the time comes. Now here's something that even I didn't think at the beginning. I played this a long time ago. But you're going to want to do this twice in this room for reasons, and I will go over that here in a minute. Because it lets you go through here. Anyway, you want to do this again because that way you don't have to come down here. You don't have to come back down here because you'll have to fight the tiles again. Those are a pain in the butt to dodge and everything. Don't worry about hearts right now. See, this so we can try to proceed. See, if we hadn't done that, we'd have to go back down there. When I'm not gonna do that. I guess they have a reason why they have these here, but yeah. Now we want to go upstairs, but I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, we have to hit at least one of these guys, so we're gonna do that. Oh, and these are new enemies. Of course, I have to fall. Now, if you can, throw them off into the holes. It's not always easy, but yeah. Like that, that's good. We may have to fight them later, but, they're going to respawn anyway when you have to leave, so it doesn't really matter. See, if I could put them all in the hole, it would have still opened that door. So that's the important thing, is because either way it's defeating them. Now, even though you could do this early enough, it won't make a difference until you get up to a certain way. Anyway, we could have skipped it out on getting the master key, but, you know. Well, I have a way to bypass this. Hang on a moment. I'll be right back after these messages. Because let me tell you something. I am not going back down there. No way in hell am I going to go fight T.L.O.Z.A.L.T.T.P just to bring up these. In fact, you know what? I'm going to go heal up and I'll be momentarily back. All I can do for you now is to comfort your weariness. ... Come back here anytime, period. Okay, so I managed to defeat them when I came back up here. I lost a fairy over, but it's okay. Not worried about it, because we're not here to complete this dungeon. We're just here to get what we came for and get the hell out of here. Here's something you can do, if you're lucky enough, but it doesn't always work. You can get past there, but I wouldn't worry about it too much. Try not to fall down, but there is one that we need to fall down. While we're going over that, ooh, we need to move that thing there. Or, you know what we could do is just do this. There we go. And then, there's something about those switches that we'll go over later on in the game. Yes, it's important to defeat them because otherwise they're going to be annoyances. DbdKmp, it is I, T.L.O.Z.A.L.T.T.P, and Orbed, known as the Moon Pearl, is in this tower. Whoever holds the Moon Pearl is protected so that his form will not change in the dark world. You must find it and escape from the tower. Don't, or do not forget the Moon Pearl. You found the compass! Exclamation point. Now you can pinpoint the lair of the dungeon Zeeble. Master! Exclamation point. It's important to not mess with the way that is right now for those holes, and I'll show you when we get there. That's also something I'll go over. So that enemy, what I might as well do right now while we're in safe distance. That enemy is another one of those you cannot defeat unless you somehow glitch the game, and again, we're not going to do that. So, anyway. That red one's a new one. It's a new enemy. They're very tough to get. We just ran into the boss here. So we're not going to fight that guy. The only reason why I'm even here is because I had to get my bearings. Good. Damn it, stop it. Stop it. Now what we're going to do here go up this way. This way. Because this will lead us to something important. There's actually, I forgot that in order to get the fairies, it's in a different hole. I can't believe I just said that. It sounds very wrong. But either way you look at it, yeah, that's how it has to be done. Not meant that way. You found the Moon Pearl! Exclamation point. This protects the hero from the changing effects of the golden power. That was the reason why you shouldn't have messed with that hole. If you had messed with that, you'd fall down into it, and that's not good. At this point, we're going to come down here. And this is the reason why right here. Yeah, they came back. So at this point, yeah, we can get access to another fairy. So let me... That's good. We don't have another bottle anyway. Unless we get rid of that good bee. You could do that potentially, but the good bee comes in handy. Although, it can be hard to recapture. But even worse if you have a regular bee. Anyway. So at this point, now we have do a lap 2, read, talk, pull, run, swim, and if you can't tell down there, it's actually a little bit more different than what you see. I never really noticed that myself until now. Anyway, looks like it's got red and white. When you first get it, it's like an orange orb, which is really weird. So let's get out of here. Like I said, we could go ahead and defeat that boss. We're not going to do it right now. As a matter of fact, I will meet you back down somewhere else because we got some other things we got to do anyway before we complete any of this. I mean, we could, like, wait. A lot of it we have to wait on anyway, but even so. Actually, you know what? This is a good time to end this episode, and I will meet you down where we need to be at before we go down there, because I do have to show you the way back down, but that will be in the next episode. This has been DbdKmp plays The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, episode 8. Later.